Yo, how you guys doing? This is RJ The Truth, and I just want to talk a little bit about NoFap and my personal experiences so far on my journey. Um, this actually has been quite the journey, and I've been doing NoFap since June 1st, 2016, and I just wanted to talk about, my past, my life, and how everything led up to this point, basically. And it's kind of funny when you go far in life or on your personal journey, and you look back at your life and you think about how everything pieced itself together. So I want to talk about when I was a teenager. It's funny because even when I was a teenager, the younger version of myself, I didn't care about anything at all. When it comes to spirituality, which is something that I'm in tune with now, I wasn't really much of a spiritual person, nor did I care about anything at all. I was, even like growing up, I was a very angry version of myself based on my position in life, based on things I was going through as a teenager. I had a lot of anger in me, a whole lot of anger. And even in high school, I would look around and I questioned everything. And that's one thing that I'm grateful for, because even as an individual, I've always questioned everything around me. I would think to myself, being in high school, that the whole cycle of how life works, you're in kindergarten, then preschool, then middle school, then high school, then you get this education, and depending on the individual, some people don't really think too critically about what they're passionate about and what they want to do. Then you sacrifice years of your life for a piece of paper, a degree, and if it's not something you're even passionate about, your heart's not going to be into it, and then you get a job in a field that you don't like. And it to me, when I seen what society had laid out for individuals, letting you, basically saying to you, hey, this is life, this is how life is supposed to work, this is what's going to make you happy. And even as a teenager, I would look at what society has to offer, and something in me always knew that it was something more to life than what was shown by today's society. I don't have the right to say that if this is something that is intentionally done by society. I don't know, but I can't speak for anybody else except myself. And I knew that for me personally, it was something more to life than what I seen of what society and what it had to offer me. I wanted something more. I never really cared about materials or anything like that. I just, internally, I wanted something else out of life that I didn't have the knowledge and wisdom to understand. So it had me very confused and I felt lost. And then when you get introduced to, you're a teenager, and then of course your hormones start going crazy. Then you have society throwing porn at you no matter where you go, because we live in a society where sex sells. So you have a teenager like me growing up, questioning everything. Then you have society putting porn out there, and then you know how today's society functions, and then it's a lot to deal with, especially when you don't have many people in your life to guide you on the fundamental ways of living a good life, genuinely, like from within yourself. And let's say a couple years go by. I'm up until the age of 23. From a teenager to the age of 23. How I felt before I started my little NoFap spiritual journey, the best that I can try to explain it to you guys is, imagine living your life every day And when you look around you, you look at other people in society, you feel like you're not in touch with life itself. That's how I felt, man. Even as a teenager, questioning everything, and it's crazy how intuitively inside of me, I knew that it was something more to life that other people or adults didn't tell me or couldn't tell me from their lack of knowledge, possibly, that it felt like something was missing. And as far as the idea of pornography, I was never really a lustful person, nor was woman ever an issue. It was more so that I felt like I was disconnected with myself. I felt like a lost soul watching everybody else live their lives. Imagine feeling like that every single day. Like I would wake up in the morning and I would feel like something is wrong, but you lack the knowledge and wisdom to know what is wrong. But you still have the intentions of wanting to find what makes life worth living for you. So you have that internal issue, and then I had a couple of health issues too that doctors couldn't even find the answer for. And they would prescribe me pills. And I would ask the doctor, I would ask them, I'm like, is this going to help the issue? Or is he's like, this is something that you have to try for now? Basically, the clear answer is no, it wouldn't have helped. So I was going through a very tough time. I was in a dark path, you know? And I wouldn't wish that on anybody, like to wake up every day feeling like something is wrong every day, just feeling uneasy, feeling like something is wrong, feeling disconnected, feeling like you just don't feel right, man. Every day, like waking up kind of felt like a chore. But and it's funny because that need, that intuitive want to know the truth, my truth, led me up to discovering about NOFAP and semen retention. So it actually started because I was looking for more natural ways to improve my health, because I had to do something, because what doctors were doing was giving me these pills that either did absolutely nothing at all for my health issues or made things even more complicated. So I said, you know what, screw all that, I'm done. I'm going to look for solutions my way. I'm going to do my own research and find things and ways to be healthier and live a healthier life. And you know, as time went along, you know, two major things stuck out to me. It was the vegan life, being on a plant-based diet, which I took that really slowly. So of course I had to take my time on that one. But the first thing was NoFap that I found out about, and semen retention. Now the reason why it stuck out to me the most, based on my health issues, was that when a man is retaining his semen, or not as if you're doing it for the rest of your life, but if you look out and you see other animals in this world, they don't release as often as us humans do. Like every animal seems to have their own season for mating. They have their times for it. It's not something that is loosely done constantly, like us humans would do with pornography out here and sex selling on a daily basis. Because if you look out and you see these animals, like it's kind of sad in a way that you have some animals out here that has more discipline and their energies than us humans would. It's kind of silly when you think about it, man. That some animals that you see like on the street would retain their energy more than a regular human would. Because at the end of the day, no matter how intelligent we have, no matter how big our egos are, we're animals, life, just like other life forms are. We're just more intelligent. We're intelligent enough to look around the world and question our own existence. But besides that, I feel that even us humans have natural law that we need to follow. But let me keep going. So as far as NoFap, of course, starting off, it was rough. It was rough because the thing is, even though I was never much of a lustful person, the reason I started NoFap is because I wanted something more. And I've seen the benefits of like semen retention, where you feel better, your mental strength improves, your your health improves, you're better at the gym, you feel better from within yourself. And I was like, okay, I'm reading all these benefits about semen retention, and these are the exact benefits that I'm looking for. Like, this is the stuff that I wanted to find to improve myself. And then as I've been doing more and more research, of course, anybody that hasn't done anything, and when you see something like this, like benefits of just retaining your semen, your life force, can do so much good for you. If that's outside of your realm of experience, then of course anyone that is skeptical of something that's out of their realm of experience, they will be skeptical. And of course, I was a very logical person. You gotta understand, my past self, I didn't give a fuck about anything. I still believe in the higher power, but I just didn't really give a damn at all. So reading all this, of course, I was very, very skeptical. But another part of me, the other logical side of me, knew that just because you're skeptical of something doesn't necessarily mean it's not true. So I thought to myself, yo, you know what? Why not give this a try? Why not? You know, life is short. This existence is very, very short. This is a very short experience that we have in this life. So I might as well take some chances. I mean, it's not really much to lose. But all right, so I decided to do NoFap. And it's funny how that ended up, because I was in a past relationship. As far as sex, it was something that would happen every now and then. But it's weird because as time went on, when I first started, and of course you have like withdrawals and whatnot, that's just, and the thing is, I think the reason why NoFap was so easy, not easy, but easier than me compared to most, because I've seen a lot of posts on the NoFap Reddit community. For me, I was already in a very bad place internally, and I was willing to do whatever it took to put myself in a better position. And I didn't care what I had to endure, because even before NoFap, I still had a level of discipline. And I know myself, like I know me very, very well. Like when I do something new, and I know it's giving me benefits based on my personal experiences, I'm all in. I'm all in. And I would say after doing NoFap for the first 30 days, I remember my first 3 benefits were I had more energy throughout the day. Sleeping, I needed at least less sleep. I would sleep for like a good 5 to 6 hours, and my body would wake up by itself, and I would be wide awake. I wasn't even groggy anymore. I could get out of the bed and still feel really good for once, because before NoFap, I would get like 8 to even 9 hours of sleep and still feel groggy. So after 30 days, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, all right, it may be something to this NoFap stuff. It really just might be. And I'm experiencing changes that I never did have before I started this journey. So I'm like, you know what? Let's keep going. Oh yeah, the third benefit was music sounds better. Music sounded a whole lot better. It was like before I started this journey, it was like I was listening to music in a poor quality damn near my entire life until I started this journey. So it was more energy throughout the day, less sleep needed, and music just sounded better. So with those 3 benefits, as skeptical as I was, and keep in mind, this wasn't any kind of placebo, because what I did intentionally, I made sure I didn't do too much research. I just did I watched a couple of people's experiences, but I knew within myself that these people are not me. They don't have my experiences that I'm experiencing. So I didn't want to do too much research. I wanted to just try something, jump right into it. And if I experienced anything that was out of the norm, then I did research, because that's how I naturally am. I was very skeptical when I first started. So going forward from there, after 30 days, I kept it going. And what I do still to this day, which I encourage everybody else that's doing NoFap or semen retention, as you're doing this, as you're on your journey, keep learning. Keep understanding the benefits of staying away from things like pornography and mastering your energies and transmuting it, and keep learning. Learn from other people's mistakes and experiences, because the more you learn, the more wisdom you gain, the more you will feel inclined to keep going on your journey. And stay away from that garbage, man, because from my personal experiences and research, when it comes to pornography, it is something that honestly shouldn't have been made in the first place, because watching other people, if you're on a spiritual side, let me explain to you how crazy pornography is. You're sitting down watching two individuals, neither of them are you, and this is pornography, so it's not anything that is genuine, like genuine love. It's just pointless sex. So in a sense, you're sitting down looking at a monitor screen, watching two individuals spiritually defile themselves, while you waste your semen, your sperm, looking at these two individuals defile themselves as you defile yourself. It's like a cycle of destruction, of self-destruction. It's artificial sexual stimulation, which is in no way, shape, or form healthy or natural for a human being. It's nothing good about pornography. Nothing. It's nothing. It's absolutely destructive. It's pointless. As I started doing NoFap and I gained these benefits, and I look back at it, because the thing is, I did it occasionally because it was either out of boredom or I was horny, and I just did it because that's what society taught me. Society was saying that this is good. I grew up, nobody was saying it was bad. You have all society saying it's normal and natural, so of course I did it. Everyone's talking about it. Yeah, do it. But as you learn more about this topic of NoFap, semen retention, whatever you're doing, and most importantly, not by what people tell you, not by the information that you gather, but most importantly by personal experiences and how much better you feel when you stay away from it. You can feel that watching porn, it does no good. It's a waste of time, waste of energy, and it just destroys you mentally, physically, financially, and if you're wasting too much time with it, even financially. I would say even if you didn't get any benefits at all, you save time, if anything, like logically. But trust me when I tell you, if you do this long enough, you're going to get benefits, man. Like fundamental benefits. You'll have energy. What else I wanted to talk about? So after 30 days, as far as NoFap, honestly, of course, the basics of NoFap is just staying away from pornography and leaving your penis alone. That's basically it. Leave your dick alone, leave your private parts alone, and remove pornography from your life forever. Now, as far as how I got this far on my journey, I haven't relapsed yet since June 1st of 2016. As far as advice to each and every one of you, the reason why is because, first, I research, I learn, I gain knowledge. 2, you have to know why you're doing this. For me, I don't do this for anybody. I don't do this for anyone except myself. I started this journey, and as I continued this journey, I realized that I actually got the answers that I was looking for ever since I was a teenager. That I wish to live a life of self-mastery, of discipline, of peace. As far as money, I never cared for it, even as a teenager. When I looked at these people in society telling you that getting this job will make you feel better, or getting all this money and materials will just unleash something out of you, which nobody has the right to say, because everybody's internal realm is uniquely their own. So I'll put it to you this way, if I was to give you an example, if you were given literally everything, of course life will be easier for you, but who's to say that once you get everything, let's say a couple of months go by, who's to say, or who promised you that when you get everything that it will just unleash something out of you internally, and you will just remain happy for the rest of your life? That's not even logical. It doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't, because life is not about always being happy. you shouldn't even always want to be happy, because you won't grow. You wouldn't. It will be pointless, really. But I'm always changing the topic. Let me stay on topic. But yeah, I would definitely say gaining knowledge, knowing why you're doing this. Me, I did this for self mastery. I want to live a life of peace. I want to see how far that I can go living a life of peace, mastering my energies, meditating, taking cold showers, exercising, martial arts, being vegan. Now, as far as the vegan life, I'm not encouraging that. That's up to the individual. I live and let live. But I do encourage you to improve your diet no matter what you do, because what you put into your vessel is very, 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 very important. And based on personal experiences, I would say that me becoming vegan, it got me to that next step, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Bottom line. But like I said, I'm a natural skeptic and logical person, so I'm always skeptical of everything that I do if it's new to me. And I decide from personal experiences, and I go from there. What else would I say? Get information. Know why you're doing NoFap. And as far as withdrawals, because you're going to have withdrawals too. Everybody's going to have those times where you get these crazy urges. And I've made this point before in the past, where when you get urges, when it comes to NoFap, that's simply what comes with recovery. That's what comes with getting back to your natural self that God, nature, the universe intended you to be. Of course, if you've been watching porn for years and years and years, let's say 10 years, for example, and then you suddenly stop, of course your mind, body, and spirit is going to be uneasy, because that was like a way of life for you. So don't be surprised when you get urges or withdrawals. That is what comes with recovery, just like any other drug or alcohol. And the key that people need to realize is, when it comes to being able to, if you want to make sure that you are successful on your journey, you want to make sure that when you get these urges, you don't want to try to forcefully make it go away. Don't stop it, because the thing is, it's not meant to be forcefully stopped. You don't have a say in that. You can't suddenly stop it, because if that was the case, if you could forcefully stop an urge from happening, or like a withdrawal symptom, then everybody will be having success on NoFap. Of course, it's not easy, because a lot of people are addicted. And honestly, even though I made it this far, I still don't think my case is as bad as others, because like I said before, I was never really all that lustful of a person. I wasn't like that addicted to it, to the point where you have some people out here, and I think it's important for all of you to count your blessings, because for me, I was just growing up as a teenager up until the age of 22, 23. I felt lost. I was going through a lot internally, man. I was going through a lot of suffering. I was in a very dark place that I wouldn't wish for any one of you. But then you have some people out here on like these NoFap forums, like the Reddit group page. Some people are addicted to the point where that's literally all they have. So when you look at people that are constantly relapsing and failing, it's also important to realize that we are not them. We have our own internal realm. We have our own bodies, our own minds, our own spirits. So we have no idea how difficult it is for another person's addiction. So it's important to have patience for people, because this is not easy. Even for me, even though I made it this far, it's well over 700. This is 2 years. It's been 2 years, because I started June 1st, 2016. Been 2 years, man. And it's not even, and at this point, I don't want to keep changing topics. I want to just stay on topic, because I have so much to say. Definitely know why you're doing this. I actually lost track. My bad, y'all. Oh, man. I believe I was talking about the addictions that people have, and everyone Everybody's going through the same thing. Knowing why you're doing this, and let me get back on how I made it this far. Yeah, so when it comes to urges, yeah, that's the topic. Urges. For urges, you need to be conscious of urges. Be aware of it. I'll break it down to you this way. When you get an urge, don't get upset. Don't get stressed about it. Just relax yourself. Take a step back and observe what's going on within your body. Know that you're having an urge. And then just say to yourself, say this basically, okay, I see that I'm having an urge right now. And of course, a really easy decision would be to give in to that urge and go and watch some pornography and release. And that would be backtracking, because then that's considered a relapse. But instead, observe the urge for what it is, accept it, because that's what simply comes with recovery. You have to go through this, just like me and everybody else did that recovered from this journey. Acknowledge it, accept it, and embrace these urges that you get within yourself. And then after observing and accepting and embracing these urges that comes with this recovery, because that's simply what it comes with. You can't make it go away. So you have to accept it. And then after accepting it, you say to yourself, okay, now since I have this urge, I'm going to make a conscious decision to do something constructive with my time, despite the temporary urge that I have right now. And of course, how I'm saying it seems easy to do now since I'm so far on my journey. But yes, this is something that I intentionally did every single time that I got an urge. Every single time. Every time that I got an urge, I would do this. I would notice it. I would acknowledge the urge. I would accept it. I would leave it as it is. And then I would make a conscious decision to do better things with my time. And as I did better things with my time, it simply goes away with time. Because we live in a society where people want things instantly. This is a journey. When it comes to mastering your sexual energy, and when it comes to urges, when it comes to all that comes with this journey, this is a journey for a reason. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. And it's not something that's going to be solved in a couple of weeks. Some people have been doing this for years and still get urges. And that's okay. That's okay. You have to be kind and patient with yourself. This is a journey. So when you get an urge, next time, y'all, acknowledge it, observe it, accept it, embrace it. That's what comes with this journey, and make a conscious decision to do constructive things with your time. And every time you get an urge, do that. Every single time. And this is how you build discipline. This is the key, because a lot of people on NOFAP semen retention, they keep depending on motivation. Motivation is very fickle and fleeting. You can't rely on that all the time. That's pointless. That's useless. The main thing you want to focus on is self-discipline. Because self-discipline will always remain whether you have motivation or not. Motivation is being able to make conscious and good decisions that improves yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. And it's making sure that you're focused on what you want most than what you want right now. Because you get an urge and say, okay, it will be nice if I release, but based on what I truly want, I'm going to make constructive and productive decisions to put myself on a better position, so I can get back to the path and version of myself that I was always meant to be. That's key. That's the key. And what also helped me get this far on my journey is you need to be honest with yourself. You need to be real with yourself. Be honest. Stop lying to yourself, because there's a lot of people that try to justify what they're doing even though they know what they're doing is wrong. You're not going to go far on this journey not being honest with yourself, because if you're lying to other people and you're lying to yourself on your journey, you're only hurting yourself in your own progress. So when I see people in these positions, I feel sorry for them. You're not doing anything to me. How you live your life is totally up to you. I don't care what you do. It's your life. You can do whatever you want. But on this journey, the only reason why I was able to make it this far is because I look at myself in a third person perspective. And if I make an honest mistake, I can fix that. I learn from it. You need to be honest with yourself, not with just like NoFap, but for life in general. If you wish to improve, you can't keep running away from yourself. You need to face yourself. You need to face who you currently are in order to go towards the path of what you wish to be. So how many we got so far? You need to gain knowledge. We already talked about that. You need to understand why you're doing NoFap semen retention. You need to know how to control urges. And number 4, you need to be honest with yourself. Be real with yourself, man. That's so important. And also, most importantly, as well, be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Even if you do relapse, it's not easy. This journey is not easy for anybody. And even though I told you guys that my case isn't as bad as other people's, the fact that I even made it this far is something not many people in this world have done yet. You know, that's not to boast or be too conceited or anything about it. Even though, you know, it's a blessing that I made it this far. I'm grateful, and it's because I made it this far that I can give you guys the knowledge that I've learned on my path. Being a person that used to didn't care about a fucking thing, I didn't care about nothing, to now being on a spiritual path, to being able to have so much life, love, and energy within myself that I can make. You know what's crazy? Because I decided, I was chilling today on a Sunday, and I said, you know what? I feel like making a video about NoFap and semen retention. That's what I feel like doing. That's what I feel like doing today. And I just did it. I did it. And you can maybe say that's the life force in me that just makes me want to do things spontaneously. You know? All right, so I talked about the steps. Let me go forward with my path right now, where I am right now. So I would say after doing NoFap for 1 year, one thing I notice is wet dreams. Because of course, when you do this for a longer period of time, you get wet dreams. I've been having wet dreams for 1 year straight. It's not really a big deal. It's part of recovery. But I noticed after 1 year, it simply stopped completely. It stopped. Because I started my spiritual journey, I believe, after around day 50. That's when I knew it was something a lot more deeper when it comes to semen retention and NoFap, because what I learned is being on this journey and mastering your energy, because people have to realize, for men and women, I feel that for everyone, I'm not saying retain your energy for the rest of your life, because that's very extreme. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying every man and woman, I feel in today's society, or hopefully in the future, should learn the importance of sexual energy and learning to understand it, to acknowledge it within themselves, this energy, and being able to respect it enough to not deplete yourself so much. Because there's more to this than I ever thought it was. Just being on this journey, because I'm actually doing hard mode right now. I'm doing semen retention. Now, keep in mind, guys, when it comes to this, I will say this personally. For me personally, I do not recommend this. I do not encourage this, because not everybody is built for this. Not everybody is meant to live this lifestyle. You know, if you're married and you have a significant other, that's totally fine. You know, that's, do you. Do what you feel is right on your journey, because I feel it's a sin, a quote-unquote sin. I'm not religious. I'm more on the spiritual side. I believe that we are all connected. We are all one. We all are God. That's what I feel within myself. I don't intrude on another person's path and tell them what they should be doing with their lives. I will only encourage a person to do semen retention or hard mode if they themselves come to me with the intentions of wanting to do this. And if they ask me for any advice, then I will gladly give them the knowledge and wisdom that I've learned on my own journey. But this is not something that I encourage unless you yourself truly wish to be on the path of mastering yourself and your energies. But as far as men and women in general, I feel that you need to have some kind of form of discipline when it comes to your sexual energy. It's very, very important, because this is your life force. And our life force, for a man, for example, because I'm a man, so I can't really speak too much for a woman, because I'm only in this male vessel. For us men, for example, when our semen is not depleted, and you don't have much wet dreams. Because like I said before, after 1 year of doing this, and let me take a look. I want to take a look. I believe today is I'm well over day 730 right now on my NoFap spiritual journey. Over 730. And sorry about that. On this journey of mastering my energies, man, it's so much. It's so much change, and it's very strange, man. How like it's too much to talk about, and it's already at 35 minutes right now because I got to break this in sections, or like talk about certain topics on each video. I just wanted to make a video of, and just introducing you guys to how I started NoFap and my journey, and as far as our life force, it is the most powerful source of energy that we have, that we can ever have. And if you're constantly using it, then you're going to be drained all the time. That's how a lot of people feel so much anxiety. That's how much so many people feel stressed out, and they don't have the will to even get up in the morning. It's a lot of things that come into play. Now, I'm not saying that everything is involved around depleting your energies, but I would basically tell you guys that your life force, like a man's semen when not used, it's only a piece of the puzzle, but a very big and important piece. Because what I noticed for me is that as I started NoFap or semen retention on my journey, it gave me this source of energy to, like, you can't help but want to get up and just do things. It will create a snowball effect of many positive changes that you want to create in your life. That's the reason why I want to make this video, because I want to just talk to people about my experiences and the changes within myself in my life. And it is so much more to this than society tells us. This is not new either. This is information from the East Coast, from like Eastern, like Chinese doctors, and as far as their knowledge from the East, whether it's from, I forgot Asia and India, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. This is basic fundamental knowledge for men and women to have good health. Because if you're constantly depleting your life force, a lot of people don't understand that for men, for us males, when you are not using your life force, when it's retained, you actually get that when your semen is put back into your body, your semen is composed of many, I believe over 200 vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and proteins that is sent back to the body for our health and vitality. And I can say this confidently based on how I feel now. And I believe I talked about my medical issues when this video started. I had respiratory issues, and doctors gave me pills and they couldn't solve it. And after 3 to 4 months of doing semen retention and being on a vegan diet, with those two combined, after 3 to 4 months, it cleared itself. It was done. It was gone. Those issues were gone. And all I had to do is just work on the fundamentals, the basics. It's nothing complicated. Because what people need to realize is that when doctors give you these pills, it helps assist the body. But what ultimately heals the body is the body itself. So if you want to live a life of good health, all you have to do is learn and take care of yourself fundamentally. Not with just that, but with life itself. Because all that we can ultimately control is our actions and the choices that we make on a daily basis. If you can master your energies, your sexual energies, if you can not, when I say master it, I mean if you, the first step is this: remove pornography from your life forever. If you can at least do that, automatically you're not going to be depleting as much, because you're going to be out there. You're going to be maybe even connecting with people a lot more. Fellas, if you want to, connect with women a lot more, that's totally up to you. That's your life. But it's still not going to be as often as you would if you were addicted to pornography, because that means you're doing it multiple times a day, every day, and it's draining you. It's really, really draining you. Now, as far as, of course, regular sex, you're with a woman, and it's chemicals being released when you're with the woman, so this is all natural, and that's perfectly fine. So if you can at least do that and remove porn from your life forever, and you're getting back on your natural path, and you're using your life force, and you're transmuting the sexual energy, then that's a big step back on the right path. If you can at least remove pornography from your life, that is a big, 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 big step. And then all the other ones is just improving your diet. Improve your diet. Drink water. Go exercise. Be around people that reflect your light. Be around positive people that makes you want to be better as well. And if you can fuse that with your life force, it will create a snowball effect to improve all other aspects of your life. All other aspects. Naturally. You don't even have to force it. Let's say even if you didn't want to, if you wake up in the morning, you will, as you continue this journey, you will naturally see parts of yourself that you need to work on, and you will want to, naturally. You will naturally want to do this. So, all right, what's the next topic I want to talk about? The next topic I want to talk about is how I became from not caring about anything or any religion to be on the spiritual journey. How I got to this spiritual journey is simply from starting NOFAP. As I was retaining my life force, I would have experiences that I could not understand logically. Ever since I started this journey, people respond to me differently. It's weird, because when you're on this journey for a long enough period of time and you are mastering, when you are retaining your life force, people externally around you, I'll put it to you this way. A stranger, right? This stranger could not be doing anything to better their lives. They could be doing drugs, drinking alcohol, eating fast food every day, wasting their life force. They're at a very low frequency, and they don't care about anything. And when they see an individual that's mastering their life force and at a very high frequency, vibration, and energy, they can detect that naturally. Because, and this is based on what I feel and my experiences, I feel that we are all one. We are all connected. And when you improve yourself, you improve the world. Because that stranger that I told you about, we are reflections of each other. So when that person sees you, when he sees you, you are a reflection of how great he or she can be when they're on their right path and mastering themselves and their energy and improving their lives. That's why even though I started this journey, and I am doing this journey for myself, because I want to see how far I can go mastering myself and living at the highest frequency possible, I've helped so many people just by being myself. That wasn't my intentions to help people, but just by being I can't say being a better version of yourself, because when you're on this journey for a long period of time, I feel in myself, in my soul, that you get back in tune with the universe. And every day that I wake up, I feel like the universe is on my side now. Because I feel like when you're retaining your life force and you're improving your other areas of life, and you're taking care of yourself fundamentally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, like I said a couple of minutes ago, you can feel your frequency rising. You know yourself better than anyone else. You know. And you can feel it. And most importantly, other people can feel it too. As far as benefits that I felt, I mean, I look better, my skin's better, my eyes got because I have brown eyes and I'm black. So my eyes, I've never really cared for my eyes, but they are much brighter now. I can see the color in them. It's a much lighter brown. It's really interesting. My skin looks better. How I feel about myself is day and night. Remember when I told you guys, in the past, before I started any of this, I just felt lost. I felt like a lost soul, like I was in purgatory or some shit. I felt like I already died, and I was watching other people live their lives as some kind of lost soul, man. It sucked. It was horrible, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. And slowly, as I keep moving forward, I keep getting these crazy experiences, and I was naturally guided to the path of spirituality. I naturally wanted to know more about spirituality. It's crazy. It's nothing that I really planned. It's just that as I continue onward on my journey and mastering my energies, it's just something intuitively in me wanted to know more, and I just was naturally guided onto the path of spirituality. That's it. That's really all it is. It wasn't anything complicated. I didn't plan anything. It's just that I just took things a day at a time. The benefits I receive are endless. People can tell a difference. And at first, of course, like I told you guys before, earlier in the video, that I was very skeptical of all this, but I've gotten so many experiences within myself and through other people that it made me a believer. I believe it. I believe it. I'm definitely a believer now. And I feel it's an honor. It's an honor to be in this position, to be able to walk out every day. And I will have people ask me questions of like, how do you, you have such a good energy, and how does your skin and your eyes look so good? Like, what do you do? People will come up to me now asking me these questions. Like, before my journey, I would never have people approach me as much. Never, ever, ever. And I'm not speaking out of cockiness or confidence. I feel like another big benefit that I still have yet to truly understand, or I don't think you can actually put this in words in the human language, or in any language at that, no matter where I go now, I feel like it's not a place of cockiness or overconfidence. I feel like I walk in truth, peace, and love. I feel like the universe is truly with me no matter where I go, and people can feel that. Even if I have bad days and I don't want to be bothered, I still give off an energy that people can feel, being on this journey for a long period of time. And I feel that in order to really live a generally good and vibrant life, I think we tend to make things a little bit too complicated. I think it's important, if you're going through a lot, or if you were in a position that I was in, if you can remove pornography from your life and also improve other areas of your life fundamentally, like I said before, eat the right foods, get some exercise, drink water, get some sleep, the universe will work out the rest for you. All we have to do is just make better choices for ourselves and our health, and the rest of the universe will fix the rest for us. But it's up to us to make those decisions and, put in the work and the discipline and taking time out of our lives to make sure we are in good health. If you have free time, go to the gym, go get some cardio. You work on the weights. Try to replace all these fatty, nasty foods with fruits and vegetables that have life in them, because you are what you eat. And it's crazy because it went from trying to overcome things with NOFAP, and now I was just naturally leading to the path of semen retention. Because for me, I've been in multiple relationships and I've been around and I have my fair share. It's just, this is nothing special or significant, because right now for me in my life, if I'm not connecting with somebody that truly reflects my light, somebody that I have a true and genuine connection with, then sex to me ultimately is a waste of time. And I would rather use this energy for my health and my vitality, and also working on other areas of my life as well. I feel that is the path of heading to your truth. I feel that based on experiences, that when you are doing semen retention, things naturally come to you. It's very strange, especially when you start meditating as well as mastering your energies. Is that, I forgot who said this quote, but they said that when you become quiet, when you are truly quiet, wisdom and truth will follow you. Things just naturally come to me. Like, it's within me. And it's crazy, like I said before, even being a teenager, I naturally wanted to find the truth of how to live, how for me to live. I'm not saying this is the truth for everyone, but this is my path. This is my truth. And being on this journey, things will just naturally click. Things just naturally click. I think it's something that is within us, because after everything I've been through on my journey, guys, I would say that it led me to feeling that me, you, and everyone else, we are all one. I think the perfect analogy would be this. Imagine all the trillions and billions of cells in your body, right? Imagine two individual cells. They're separate from each other, but they would not be able to exist without being in your body. So you have two separate cells. They are separate from each other, and they may be doing their own thing, but they cannot live without being in your body. So these two separate cells are here working together or separately, but they're part of the body as a whole. Then I think a good comparison would be me and you, for example. We're separate, but we are all whole with the universe itself. So you're like two cells in your body, but they are all part of the body. Like me and you are like quote unquote cells of the universe itself. So I went from being a teenager, not giving a fuck about anything, to just somehow leading to the spiritual path and realizing through experiences, through things that I still cannot put into words properly, that we are all one. When I see people like you or other people, we are all reflections of what we could possibly be based on experiences, how we grew up, the people we're around, friends, family, your race, where you were born, location. It molds us to be our own unique flavor of God, consciousness, the universe, whatever you want to call it. We are our own flavors of it. And I feel that's what gives life its color. That's what makes life so interesting, that it's so many different billions of different versions of the universe itself, because we are here because we are life of the earth, and the earth is here because of the universe. We are all special because we are all the same. We are all one with something bigger that we cannot truly understand, and we're not meant to understand in this life, because if we had all the answers, then life would be pretty dull if you have all the answers. That's the way I see it. But man, this path was absolutely incredible, guys, man. Like, it's worth it. It truly, truly is worth it. Every single day up until this point. It's not easy, and it's not supposed to be easy, because to get to the path of truth is never easy, especially if you've been led astray with a lack of guidance. Because keep in mind, my mother didn't teach me this. Everything that I'm telling you guys, I learned on my own. And the truth is within you. The truth is already within. You just need to have faith and trust in yourself, the universe, and the process of recovery. And like I said before, this is not me telling you to do semen retention or hard mode, because like I said before, I don't encourage this. But if you're on NoFap and you're trying to remove porn from your life, if you can do that successfully, man, and you're not releasing as much, and you're improving other areas of your life, you will definitely be on to the path of truth, being back to the path of the version of yourself that God, nature, the universe intended you to be, and you will feel good because of it, yo. You will feel good within yourself. You will feel absolutely great. You'll feel great. And it's a beautiful thing, man. Every day I wake up now, I just feel good. I feel good. Every day. This is nothing special at the same time. This is our true selves, who we were meant to be. Because based on how I used to be, how I used to feel compared to what I feel now, how I feel now, this is it. This is it. This is it. And it's so simple. It is so simple. It's nothing complicated. It's just understanding, are you willing to put in the work and dedication and have the willpower and discipline to overcome your addictions or stay on your path, and you will be rewarded for it. You will. And you'll feel it. You'll know naturally. But what else did I want to talk about? I've been talking about a lot. yeah, I just want to make this video, guys, to let you know that if you're watching this video, just know that it's worth it. If you're going through a lot, like I said, when it comes to urges, just know that it's part of recovery. Don't try to fight urges. Don't try to push them away. It's fine. Let it be there, man. Because it has no power over you, because you can never be what you observe. It is not you. Because even though you have an urge, you make the ultimate decision of what you will do despite that temporary urge. And you know it comes and goes. It always comes and goes. It's never there 24/7. Don't make a big deal out of it. It's very simple. And yeah, as far as this path, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, truly. And I think that's all I got right now. I don't think I want to say anything else unless I focus on one topic at a time. But yeah, I've been doing NOFAP as far as semen retention. Well, this journey for over 2 years now. Been 2 years, and life is truly beautiful once we learn to get out of our own way and just work on improving ourselves. And once we get out of our own way, we realize just how beautiful life is. And when you're improving your internal realm, you can see the beauty in life because you are improving yourself. And how we treat ourselves and others is a reflection of our own internal realm. Everything that we view and how we treat everything externally is a reflection of our own internal realms. And if you can work on mastering your sexual energy and improving your life, making sure you're taking care of yourself, eat the right foods, exercise, water, all that jazz, then you will be back onto your path of truth. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been quite the journey. Is there anything else that I wanted to say? Anything else? It's been roughly, I've been talking for an hour straight. Sheesh. And I don't talk too much, guys. I'm quiet by nature. I'm a man of few words, but it's an honor, man. I'm just glad that the universe has put me in this position of being able to even make a video like this to express myself to you guys. And just know that this journey is worth it, guys. It's worth every single day. And all adversities are meant for your growth. Always remember that. Without adversities, you would not grow. It's not what you go through, but it's how you respond to it. Life is beautiful. All of it is meant for you. This is our experience to live. But if you are also on the path of trying to do semen retention as well, and if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll probably make another video like this in the future, or talk about certain topics. Or if you guys have any ideas of topics you would like for me to talk about or give my opinions on, just please let me know. And yeah, I'm done for now, guys. And I hope you guys all have a beautiful day. Stay focused on your path. Stay true to yourself. And as you move forward and you're still pushing through on your NoFap semen retention journey, whatever journey that you're on, as long as you got that porn removed from your life and you're improving yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually, the universe will work out the rest for you. You just keep making the necessary actions every day to improve yourself. Have trust and faith in yourself. Be kind to yourself. And that's it. But I'm heading out, guys. I hope you guys all have a beautiful, beautiful day. Peace.